Earlier this year, after the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, we identified a disturbing trend, an increase in anti-Asian hate crime and hate-related incidents. I'm saddened, disturbed, and disappointed to report that despite police efforts, despite engagement with community and public concern and outrage, this trend continues in the city. So far in 2020, the VPD has identified 77 hate-associated police files. This is up from 51 for the same time in 2019. And this increase is driven largely by an increase in anti-Asian incidents. Here are some staggering numbers, and these are the ones I would like you to focus on. To this date, there are 29 anti-Asian files being investigated by the police, compared to only 4 in the same time last year. So that's an 8-fold increase that we're looking at. In addition to this, there are another 10 active files from April and May that we're currently investigating or looking at that could eventually be classified as hate-related files in the coming days or weeks. The victims in all of these cases have been people of Asian descent. And based on the information collected, in most instances, we believe offenders were attempting to target people of East Asian descent specifically. The Vancouver Police have initiated several measures to help combat the increase in hate crime and incidents in Vancouver.
Their suspects have been identified in 6 investigations that are near completion, and I anticipate will be submitted to Crown Counsel for their review. The remaining files have been concluded at this time as there is no suspect or evidence that would lead to the identification of a suspect. This does not eliminate the possibility that these files could be reactivated at a later date should the evidence come to light.
It is our job as people, as parents, as citizens of British Columbia and Canadians to combat bigotry and xenophobia wherever we can. It is a growing concern across Canada, a rise in bigotic behavior towards minority of racial and religious backgrounds. Before the threat of COVID-19 become a daily concern in our lives, agonizing behavior towards Canadians and newcomers of Asian heritage, as well as those people who may practice other religious beliefs, had already become an increasing disruption to our communities. When COVID-19 began to spread, a rise in incidents of shameful behavior blaming minorities did as well. Let me be very clear about this disgraceful behavior. This conduct is unwarranted. It is divisive, and it is unacceptable to how we define ourselves as Canadians. It also reminds us that much work needs to be done to further community understanding so that all Canadians will better recognize that a diverse community means it is resilient.
Hate is insidious. Right now, it's anti-Asian, but it spreads like a virus and impacts us all. These incidents and crime cause additional stress and fear in the community during an uncertain time already. And I really want to leave you with 3 messages. To the public who witness a hate incident, don't be silent, speak up, stand up in support, report hate crimes. To the offender, half of our residents in Vancouver are culturally diverse. They're not a minority, it's who we are. Know that we're all watching, and know that the VPD will heavily resource these incidents to expose, identify, investigate, and arrest you. And most importantly to the victims, Vancouver is a safe city, and if you are the victim of a crime, the police want to hear from you. We will help you. Please reach out.